The Naval Operations Center buzzed with the usual midnight energy, screens pulsing with blue light, comms chattering, and operators moving with purpose. But the moment she stepped through the double doors, everything went strangely still. Not because they recognized her, no one did. She wore no ribbons, no name tag, no rank. Just a simple black duty uniform and a calmness that didn't match the chaos around her. Admiral Rourke, the highest-ranking SEAL on the base, spotted her immediately. He was known for being sharp, intimidating, and absolutely merciless toward anyone who didn't earn their place. Seeing her walk in alone, carrying a sealed black dossier, made his eyebrow twitch with amusement. "Hey, hold up," he called out loudly, loud enough for the entire ops floor to hear. "You lost. This isn't admin. This is a restricted zone." She stopped, blinked once, and shook her head. "I'm exactly where I need to be, sir." That tone, calm, neutral, utterly unbothered, irked him. Rourke smirked and folded his arms. "All right then, let me make this simple." His voice boomed like a drill instructor addressing a recruit on day one. "What's your rank, sailor?" Operators stopped typing. The room quieted. A few exchanged grins, expecting entertainment. She didn't flinch. "Classified, sir." "Oh, that did it." Rourke laughed so loudly the glass screens vibrated. "Classified, that's cute. So what are you then? A secret agent, 3-star general, or maybe the president's bodyguard?" His tone dripped with sarcasm. "Come on, let's hear it. What rank do you think you are?" She exhaled slowly. "You really want to know?" He leaned forward, still grinning. "Yeah, enlighten me." Her eyes lifted, and for the first time, a hint of command flickered in them. "SOCOM Commander, sir." Silence. Complete, suffocating silence. The operators froze. Someone dropped a pen. A tech nearly fell out of his chair. Rourke's smile collapsed instantly. The blood drained from his face, leaving him staring as if she'd just detonated a flashbang in front of him. What did you say?" he managed, voice no longer booming, but cracking. She stepped forward, placing the black dossier onto his desk. "Tasked by the Pentagon, authorization code included. I arrived early because I don't like delays." Rourke flipped open the dossier with trembling hands. The first page alone was enough. SOCOM SEAL, her name typed cleanly, and a bold line confirming her position. "Commander, United States Special Operations Command." He swallowed hard. She added quietly, "Didn't expect your new commanding officer to be a woman in a plain uniform, Admiral." He shot to attention so fast his chair skidded backward. "Ma'am, Commander, I was not informed." She nodded once, stern but controlled. Clearly, around them, every operator scrambled to stand at attention. The room transformed in seconds, from amusement to shock to absolute respect. She looked around calmly, then spoke with a voice that carried the weight of entire covert divisions. "Good, because your real briefing starts now." And the Admiral knew instantly. He had just made the biggest mistake of his career. Admiral Rourke stood stiff as a steel beam while she walked past him and toward the central operations table, the one only generals and admirals were allowed to touch. Every operator tracked her movements, their earlier smirks long gone. They weren't looking at a stranger anymore. They were looking at a ghost, someone operating so far above them that none of them even knew her position existed. "Pull up the red Meridian file," she ordered. A senior analyst hesitated. "Ma'am, that file is restricted to SOCOM Commander level only," she finished for him. "Correct, and I am that level." His hands shook as he entered the credentials she dictated in a calm, precise voice. The instant the system verified her access, the screen flashed red, then opened a folder none of them had ever seen. Classified missions. Black Ops. Entire operations wiped clean from military history. Rourke felt his stomach twist. He hadn't even been briefed on half of these. She studied the holographic map as it flickered to life, projecting fault lines, insurgent movements, and encrypted data streams midair above the table. She didn't squint, didn't hesitate, didn't ask for help. She moved with the confidence of someone who had memorized all of it long before arriving. "Admiral Rourke," she said without looking at him, "tell me what you know about Operation Black Viper." He stiffened. "Classified Tier 0, ma'am. I'm not cleared for specifics." She finally looked up at him. "I know." A shiver ran down his spine. She wasn't humiliating him, she was reminding him how much deeper her clearance went. She rotated the map using 2 fingers, pulling up a real-time satellite feed. A convoy appeared, enemy vehicles weaving through a mountainous pass. "This is happening now," she said, And the team deployed there has already lost air support. They'll be overrun within 40 minutes. Rourke inhaled sharply, but our last intel report said. The report was wrong, she snapped, her voice cutting through the room like a blade. They're not facing 60 enemy fighters. They're facing 212. Gasps rippled across the ops floor. She tapped the table again. A second feed opened. Drone footage tracking a shadowy group approaching the American position from the east. And these, she said, are not normal insurgents. They're ex-special forces, trained by a rogue state. Rourke felt cold sweat beat along his spine. How do you know all this? He asked quietly. She faced him head-on. Because I planned the operation. Because I handpicked the team. And because every one of their lives is now my responsibility. The weight of her words was unmistakable. And yours, she added. Rourke swallowed. Ma'am, what do you need from me? Her expression softened just slightly, not with kindness, but with recognition that he was finally listening. Your full cooperation, she said. And your best men on standby. We're initiating the extraction plan. She turned to the analysts. Patch me into the ground team. The room moved instantly, everyone scrambling to comply. Because this wasn't a briefing anymore. It was war, and the SOCOM Commander had just taken command.